Can I tell you, I feel like a hot mess today? I mean, an absolute hot mess. But hey, we're on homeschool break. Well, kind of are we? Maybe, maybe not. So, hello, my mamas. It is Mama Chat. So, if you're not here yet, welcome to the replay. And then, of course, my phone is ringing. So, anyways, it's just so Trish. And like every Wednesday, or most every Wednesday, we have Mama Chat. Mama Chat is just a chance for us mamas to get together and talk about good conversations, have a little virtual fellowship together here. So I feel like I got like a smug. I do. And they say like not to do this, but thank you, glasses. So today I figured, I've been doing a long-winded continual conversation about ADHD. And let me just tell you, today is one of those like hot mess express, no executive function working. You like that? Working at all. I mean, I just literally almost was in tears about 4 different times trying to get some organization to my kids' homeschool curriculum, trying to take in the ideas I've been writing down on the ADHD videos and training and seminars I've been finding, and how to implement that. And one of it was make things simpler. Make things as simple as possible. Easier said than done. I have these huge binders back here that I was using for daily. And then I have like this like little one that I turned to daily and using that as reference. And now I'm realizing even that's still too much. So part of the executive function, and I'm not going to just talk about this, we'll talk about all kinds of things. But well, thank you. Thank you for hoping I'm having an amazing day. It's trying to keep the order for them and not making complex order. And I've noticed that's become a huge problem with my son, and just trying to simplify things as much as possible. And one of the ways I'm going to do that is just by having a couple little of these like little 3-prong folders to make things easier. So this one's my daughter's. For those that don't know, we do classical conversations. And so we are doing classical conversations in here. And, so that's the afternoon portion where they do, sorry, buddy, I'm going to have to turn you off because when my mamas come in here, it's going to be hard. We're not actually into having those conversations. Wait, first, we need to figure out if you're male or female. So, all right. Yay, Darcy made it. So anyways, I've been trying to sit there and go through all of my stuff today. Like I went to bed last night and I was just like, you know what? I am going to just really revamp. So yesterday was our last day of classical conversations for the semester. Hey, I'm doing a video, so was our last day for classical conversations challenge. Oh, they slam the doors every time. Why do they slam the doors? And the week before we'd finished foundations and essentials, and then yesterday was our blue book challenge A program. All right, so we just finished our first round of challenge A, and I did think it was a bad day. We got through it. It was intense, and then we stopped off at the library and I met with a homeschool mom, and we talked and kind of summarized some stuff that was going on. I came home and literally at the end of this like whole CC semester, my brain has crashed. And then on top of it, we have Thanksgiving is tomorrow. And I can't begin to tell you, it is like I'm on executive function meltdown. I cannot retain anything while I'm processing it at all today. Irritable. I mean, maybe it's Shark Week coming up. Maybe it's I'm going back keto. I'm going back keto for so many reasons, but maybe I'm sugar detoxing now that it's been like the 3rd or 4th day. Maybe that is it. Because I kind of converted back to keto Saturday night. I just there at dinner, ketoing it out. combination of just like major like breath of fresh air, you know, post-traumatic stress of CC disorder. I just could not get my mind wrapped around things. And the biggest part was mentally, our schoolwork, what we need to do, all of our pieces just felt like this big, huge orb. And I feel a little bit turned around on where to go. But it did give me a lot to think about. One of the things that made me think about was with doing homeschooling curriculums, it is very helpful that I have something that tells me what to do and everything. Why my ADHD brain not necessarily loves box curriculum, but doesn't want to create curriculum. I do not want to write curriculum because it is too much work. And I've tried many times over the years to write curriculum or put something together. And I'm just not neurological. I can't even speak today. Typical. And so holding that information I'm trying to get to and process to get to it, it is crash and burn. I cannot retain the information. And then I'm like, wait, and it creates this very circle, chasing your tail kind of thing. So today was an absolute tail chasing. Yes, it's structure. And here's the thing, give me your structure. I want to buy your curriculum. Give me your structure, and I will choose to do and not do whatever I see fit. But I kind of need that road paved for me. And I definitely felt that today. So some of the stuff I've been working on is I actually made an essential kit for my top 3 kids. If you listen to any of Andrew Pudewa's videos, he'll talk about, you know, the 2 writers, the one that goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on, pages of writing that, and then you have the other writer who can't get a single word on the piece of paper. My first child is the one that is the first child, and my second child is that second child. And as we've been doing LTW in Challenge, noticing that we're really, one needs to clean up her sentence structure and one needs to learn to write the sentence structure or put in. I will say, and I can do a full video, maybe next week if you guys want, just let me know in the comments or let me know in the side. Do you want me to do next week's Mama Chat, a live chat on everything I think of CC now that I've got a semester down and what I wish I would have done differently? Or do you want this just to be a straight video? Because I could do that. But what I've realized is my 3 kids would have been so much better off doing essentials. Doing essentials. Hey, Chaos and Grace. We got Darcy here too, and Born to Book. And so my daughter who does essential, the essential teacher gave her this elaborate, amazing 3-ring binder. And what I'm noticing as I'm really evaluating a lot is that I always want notebooks full and full and full and full and full of information. But what I've found is those notebooks of that repetitive work is very much makes them disheartened, just really starts to tear them down. So it's almost like they don't need to see the work. So I've kind of made an at-home essentials book with this one, and they all look the same. Julie Davis, we're doing IEW, yes. And I actually ordered another book so that we could do IEW and start over. And I'm using it to start over because my daughter's written in her book from essentials. But this is our one. So inside of it, I'm only doing about the first 3 to 4 weeks of EEL, which is Essentials English Language. Oh, hi. Okay, so I didn't laminate these or anything. This is the master copy, and I just want them very easily to be, you know, that you can flip them over. They're going to get wore out, and I'm okay with that. But there's the master page of it. And then I laminated in the middle of the pages. I really have found I like the way the laminated pages, or not the laminated, the page protector pages hold up to dry erasing versus doing the heat laminated ones. They don't hold up as well. But I also like the aspect that I can move them around. So I put a couple of them in and only did like F, but I've been amazed at, I've really been amazed at my daughter who's been through it this whole semester, what she's come out knowing. And that has been really, really good. And then in the back of this, I just wrote like our current IEW assignment. So one of the things that I'm doing for my daughter, for all of them, is I'm going back to the beginning of IEW, and I'm going back to the beginning, and we're doing all the lessons from the beginning together. So my kids have been doing LTW. So doing IEW is really not hard. It can go pretty quick. My daughter's done a whole semester that would take a full week to do IEW. It's just like, oh, wow, that's not very long at all. That went very fast. You need to wait, buddy. You're not making those. You got to go get a sibling like Katie. Go get Katie. Bubba's on a walk. He's not supposed to come in the house. They were chaos. They were making stop motion videos that turned into a nonstop screaming commotion. Who is it? You can't come in. They all want in the house. This is their time. All right. So, and so like my daughter's done going back and doing they're really messing with my brain today. So we have the TV and everything on the porch, and we got like a big porch that they're on today. Out. Driving me crazy. Driving my brain crazy. So where was I? Oh, so she's gone back and done lesson 2, and she's like, oh, this is so easy. And then, so she's working on lesson 3. So we're going back and just kind of cleaning up our papers from this semester. But I'm using this December, and I kind of started making that list. What are my priorities this semester? And I really looked at our geography we were doing. I like the whole idea of this whole hand drawing, sketching geography for Challenge A. It's just not practical in my house. It is not practical at all. Oh, I'll just use all of Bubba's stuff. So I'm trying to keep his stuff really, really thin. So just a little folder. I'm using half 100 acre forest, 100 acre woods. It's half 100 acre woods. And so she has these amazing maps, and we've done Canada, Canada, the United States, Central America, South America, in Europe so far. And then all I have in here is just tracing paper. So I'm giving him the ability to just trace it and label it. And I'm not going to ask him to do the territories of Canada. I'm just going to ask him to do the United States, do Central America, South America, know where the countries are, because that's huge. And then do the same for Europe and just trace the lines. I'm not worried about the features. I'm not worried about all the C's. I feel like for him, challenge might have been a stretch. That's a little overwhelming. And there's just so many details that I need to really train his brain up to just begin soaking it in. I definitely realized yesterday, like in his Latin, he hasn't got all of even the first lessons worked down. And we've spent time on it. And so I'm a little bit concerned about that, just like, how are we going to do it? So Bubba's 7th grade, but he was a delayed to read. So he didn't read till 3rd grade. The end of 3rd grade, he was finally reading, but he just turned on that like little light inside of him last year that was like, I want to read. And right now he's reading 3 books at once, a Minecraft book, a Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and The War of the Worlds. Not a bad selection, right? Not one at all. And so we have that going, but just trying to minimize things, and I kind of had too many experiences of spending all year to try to get to something, trying to just, and nothing stuck. We've had that where nothing stuck at all. And so I'm just like, even if he has to take all year to memorize the noun declensions, all year, and just the nouns, if he can memorize the noun vocabulary, then next year, let's give it another dose. But I really kind of want to pull back to that more grammar stage, but I can't transfer him down. You can't take a middle school boy and be like, hey, great first semester, but now we're going to put you in the group below you. That does nothing for their emotional well-being. That will not go well unless all their friends are there, and then it's like, oh yeah, let's do this. So I have that. I'm doing the essentials. I'm doing the writing. CC is a smorgasbord of stuff. This is your first year. Just go for the things that are most important to you. Right. I love it when my girl Erin gets here. And I really want to say hi to all of you. Hey, Michelle. Cool mama of 3, and Zaina the great. I'm so happy to have you here. I haven't seen you for a long time. Zaina, not Zaina. Like I told you, like my brain. One of the things too is like with essentials, in essentials, they have the essential language, English language, EEL. I'm still getting it all. And I'll tell you, I haven't enjoyed it because it's this big. It's humongous. It's absolutely humongous. And so it was kind of nice because after my third child had gone, I told you, like, my mind has been crazy today. The whole executive function was not working. It made me very nervous about starting doing the video chat, because I'm like, I'm going to be all over the place. But listen, this is what it sounds like to talk to somebody whose executive function is not working. So one of the things I did was I took the time. I love these Mead books. I absolutely love this whole, they are not perfect, but I love the whole 3-ring like this, and that it feels like a spiral workbook. I love this. I love that it sits flat. It's just amazing. And because of that, I took the 6 weeks, the first 6 weeks of EEL, and I stuck it in here. And I'm hoping that we'll get through this over winter break, over the next like 4 or 5 weeks, that we'll be able to get through it. And even though it's just, I don't know. And hopefully I'm not overburdening myself. I'm like, even if we can just get the first bit done and not mastering. And that's what I really like about CC. The more I'm reading, it's about several tours through it. They call it tours through it. And so I was talking to my girlfriend, and she's like, just do EEL. And so last night I remember, so that was our little library chat, and we're going through just do EEL, do the songs, do EEL. And I'm kind of like, okay. And so I got home, but I was so burnt out, and all I wanted to do as I was going to sleep was like open the EEL and like, let me really get into this. So I had to wait till this morning. And I'm going to tell you, I had papers upon papers. It was like there was no desk big enough to handle anything. And I was just like, wow. So I did that this morning and really started doing it. And then the first thing I did was their essentials teacher. Well, the one's essentials teacher is a good friend of mine, and she has done the music. And here's the thing, and I know this is one of the reasons I was terrified to go into CC Foundations, and yet why I wanted to go in CC Foundations. I am horrible at memorizing. And because of that, I have not taught my kids to memorize. And I am seeing the problem with that. It's very hard for us to memorize, but yet they memorize things they're interested in. So the first thing I did today was the chart A, so the 4 sentence structures and the 4 sentence structures and the 7 patterns in the 8 parts of speech. And we played it over and over again. And I'm just like, here's your chart. Look at it. 8 parts of speech. 8 parts of speech. Noun, pronoun. What is it? Noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, conjunction, interjunction, preposition, adjective. And so just kind of going there and building those blocks, basic blocks, is what we're starving for. And so realizing that, and I'm like, okay. In reality, and Trish says EEL program is phenomenal. Yes, it's so phenomenal. Now, I have the Easy Grammar. I like the Easy Grammar and I like EEL. They're 2 different styles, but I feel like they really do a good job together. As in, Easy Grammar gives a lot of practice to that I don't have to sit and watch and be aware of. Erin says you can repeat the class you were already in. Ooh, that's true. And then Megan says, hi, I'm loving these recent posts. I find I myself am homeschooling a 5th grader. I relate to everything you are saying and experience. Yes, I'm not alone. Okay, and you don't have to step down, just stay in. And on a side note, my hair is looking pretty full. I know, right? I do have a thick round of hair. And it's funny because it does, I don't know. It's still grown out because I had shaved, I don't know. I was going for this funky thing last year. And so it's a different length. Anyways, I totally squirreled out. The now, it's all about the now. If you watch the guy's video, Dr. Russell Barkley, it's all about the now. And we go wherever our nose points because we forget what we're doing. So I've spent my day doing that. I've also have been working on turning this into my planner. So of all the homeschool planners, we'll see how much this one works. Who knows? But again, I like the style because I can turn it. I found this one. Can you see it? Will it focus in? The Frugal Homeschool Mom. So she has, you subscribe to her. She has this year at a glance. I highlighted it. I put some super cute coffee stickers in there. And I feel like it's finally a place I can do my stickers, like here's like my stickers. See, I got pretty stickers, the boxes, the font's cute. There's a great, I know this is not that important, but if you have ADHD, you understand. I will turn it to a page I have nothing on there. That there's nothing on there. And I'll tell you why I like it. Okay, it's not dated, which sometimes drives me nuts, but it's not intricate to date, so I don't care. The font's really nice. The spacing is wonderful, beautiful. And I'm just going to tell you, the black and white composition for my ADHD brain is a perfect harmony. I feel like those are boxes I want to put stuff in. It's not cumbersome. There's no lines, but there's enough lines in there. So yeah, there's my ADHD rant on planners because I always have issues with that. And then she has these beautiful reading log pages. And I printed out a bunch of them. I haven't done them yet, but I will color code them per kid and like what I'm reading out loud to them and per kid. And then there's this to do. So this was this week. This is this week. So what I did was I put this like little thing together here that is the layout of the week. Let's see if I can get to it. And then there's this one that has for the lesson plan. And so then there's the lesson plan. Now, I'm kind of keeping it basic, and this will edit and change as we go. But I'm just trying to, like, what I have to separate on their own. But look, my stickers fit, and that makes me really happy. My stickers fit. Because I keep finding myself not putting them in the Happy Planner. But, like, here's my sticker collection. Like, I have a serious sticker collection. I love stickers. And I love those, like, those books, those Happy Planner books. I love them so much. So I just printed out a ton of I just printed out a ton of pages. I kept them to the side so I can put them in later. But my favorite part about it is I can still open it up and move things around. All right, and then I started this one. I just showed it to my girlfriend, and she was like, wait a minute. Pulled this right off of Sarah Mackenzie and doing like a master plan. So you can kind of see what's going on. And all I have is like the just lesson plan check marks. So I have like challenge A. I have all the stuff you would be doing from reading the chapters just so we can check those things out. All right, and then I did find on CC Connect, I found, and I like this, especially since I'm going to be trying to pull in cycle 1. And so this is our essential one. This is a summary of everything you would do with the spelling list. And, oh, this is what I'm showing you. If you want to find her, I think it's on the essentials portion of, come on, focus. I can't sit there and hold it. My like arm's killing me. Can you see it? I swear this thing does not want to focus. It's not going to focus. I'm trying. It's not focusing. It's DEANNE_615. That is the username. So Diane, I don't know. I can't spell today or read. So I have those in there. And one of the things I've started like fully embracing on it is, you know, it has a spelling list. It has a spelling rules. It has grammar. It has IEW highlights. It has a bunch of different stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay on here. My husband is not realizing that it's mama chat time. So I put that together, you know, so I'm just like really, hold on. Real life here, real life. So I just felt very turned around. And I hate to say I feel like I'm starting over, and I'm not. I'm just using what I have. And I really just wanted it nice and clean. And just, this is what you do. And trying to help my son with that, you know, I went ahead and I have the folders. So here's his Latin folder. All I'm trying to do with the Latin is help him learn. So here's noun declension practice. I got this one by doing Latin with Andy. So this is from Family Styles Schooling. That's the mom's blog. And then it's Latin with Andy. And then the first declension, because I need him to get down that first declension. And one of the things I've been doing is I've been writing my own notes and leaving them open for the kids. And then I photocopy them on white paper. But I like it because it gives them a chance to see what note taking should look like out of a book. And hold on a second. Okay. What it should look like in a book. All right, hold on. He's still bothering me. And then at the very end, I went to, you know, because I want him to do that copy work. And at the very end, instead of typing it up, because I didn't want to take the time to type it up. Okay, not really sure who's going on. Hey, Compass. I am having a total executive function failure today. Hold on. I'm telling you, is as much as I'm, you had to break up a fight. Oh no, that's okay. I'm telling you, as much as I'm like fighting to maintain executive function, everything is throwing me off. I am so absolutely sorry, but this is real life. This is real. When I'm telling you, I fight executive functions, I fight executive function sometimes. Sometimes I'm on it and I'm getting it done. And when I have to feel like I'm reorganizing, self-organizing all the components in the middle of chaos, it is an uphill battle. And the big part about it is it's just a temporary thing. Like once I get a few things done, I'll be like, oh, okay, now I'm back to normal. I feel good. But sometimes it happens. All right. I'm going to end up having to get off here, but I ended up just drawing a for sale thing just so I can put the words and then have them read it. So I'm going to have to let you go because my husband apparently needs me to print something because the exciting news is I think he's trying to get me to print out whatever I need to print out to submit our plans to build our house today, submitting our plans. So that's going to be like so cool. So I think I have to deal with him because he's text messaging me the entire time. But there's the thing. I'm trying to get us like our key points, do our geography, do our science fair project. Oh my goodness. Do our science fair and get some essentials in, work on our spelling and our handwriting. He's like, call me, and work on our Latin, and my daughter to work on our LTW, and just keep on going with our math and our easy grammar and doing that. And that's what we're kind of working on. So good news, I got to take care of this. Bad news, I got to go early today. I'm so sorry. But I will be with you next week, and we will talk then. I'll talk to you later. Bye.